Hello and welcome everybody, I hope that you are all good and you join me on a very windswept Saturday for the brand new Team Rocket takeover with new Shadow Shinies. However, they're only coming from the rocket balloons with the leaders. Speaking of, got a rocket radar at 10 AM and Arlo was the very first one. So the new Shadow Shinies, which by the time you watch this video going on from Sunday, they will be in the Pokestop leaders as well. Arlo now has Shadow Teddy Ursa, which is returning, then Sierra has Shadow Shiny Murkrow potential, and Cliff is the one to chase, I would say, with Shadow Shiny Larvitar being finally brought into the fold, and this is not a green Shadow Shiny Teddy Ursa. I do have one, including a 100% Shadow, which if you watch the Teddy Ursa community day back in November of 2022, we evolved that up to a level 50 Shadow Ursa Luna. The key thing to note though, that was my first catch of the day, and this is a dirty 2-star, the new Grunt Shinies are only the following. As far as we're aware at this time, it may change later in the video. Previous Shadow Shiny Pokemon from leaders are the Kanto Grimer, which you find from a female poison type grunt. Gen 1 starters are available as Shadow Shinies from the grunt. Winning is for winners, male only. So good luck finding those. And the last one is Shadow Shiny Mawile has made a return. Whether that's available in the Fairy Grunts and the Steel Grunts, I need to find out today. But there are only 5 Shadow Shinies available from the Grunts as we know, which is a shame. I was rather hoping for everything. And we've got research to do. So I'm just going to do a bit of rattling off here, okay? So I saw on social media people getting quite annoyed that the leaders, etc. hadn't refreshed at the Pokestops. The way this works is the leaders spawn in early in the morning, and if a Rocket takeover event starts at 10 AM like it has this time, the Pokestop Shadow... Ooh, that was a Ditto that wasn't shiny. The leaders from Pokestops will have the old Shadow Mon. So for me today in this video, we've got Sierra with Beldum still available. Rocket balloons will be the way to go, which is why in previous Rocket takeover events it started at midnight, so the leaders are fresh from the beginning. But Niantic decides to do it in this format. We've got Shadow Trico, Torchic, Phanpy, Alolan Grimer is a must-have, and Drifloon. So there's about 7 different types of grunts that we need to go and scope. We of course still got Shiny Ditto to hunt. Will this be... no. I couldn't get one yesterday either. The research is nearly complete. We've got to purify one of the shadows and we're just going to chuck 3k dust onto a Hippopotas for no particular reason. Stage 1 done, then the next stage obviously, it's basically copy-paste of every single Rocket takeover research we've ever seen. 6 grunts, catch 4 shadows and purify 2. Easy day, and then we've got to find some leaders after that. Come up to the top cluster and we have found a female poison grunt, which actually does give the Kanto Grimer, which has Shadow Shiny potential. One of the new Shadow Shiny grunt potentials, obviously not a new Shadow Shiny in the game. It's been around as a leader from Cliff, I believe, back in the day. This is not green, unfortunately. What a shame. I need one more to complete the family of that, because we got it back, I think it was towards the tail end of 2021 when I did a 24-hour grind for a Team Rocket takeover event. That was arduous. Just sniped our 100th excellent for the Jirachi Masterwork research. Go battle days today, by the way. Not that I care. Let's get a lucky egg and move on to whatever the next stage of this Masterwork research is going to be. Reach level 40. I did that in November of 2017. So, tick that off. I'll really catch a Pokemon 7 days in a row. April 1st is when we're going to finish that. 2 monkey quests. Pansage, not a Hundo and not a Shiny. The second one is a Pansear. That's also dead. You must have a Groundmon in your battle party versus the new Dark Grunt, because Alolan Grimer is tanky, then it threw in a normal Kanto Muck for some reason, followed by a Alolan Muck.
That is sweating.
It absolutely rinses any fairy type, and the fighting types aren't very effective really, so you need obviously a ground type. But our very first new Shadow Shiny 270. Sniping excellence on it like a professional. Obviously, I am a professional, if you're not aware. Very, very usable in Great and Ultra League if you can get yourself some decent stats, and mine is literally just appallingly terrible. Arlo, taken down from the research from the Pokestop, so this is unfortunately going to be Shadow Shiny Nidoran male check. Still need the blue thing. Ooh, it's not blue. 171. Probably terrible. This one is just awful. We found a Shadow Phanpy grunt, which is one of the new shadows, which is epic in some circumstance. We did get the Shadow Phanpy, 246, no idea what the Shadow Hundo is meant to be. It's more likely going to be sort of PvP stats, 5, 13, 14. We found another Kanto Grimer grunt, so let's see, it can be green. No, it's not. 275. But there's a Sierra in here with a Beldum and it's boosted. So it's a last-ditch attempt for that. Moving on. Okay, Sierra had the easiest lineup possible, Sharpedo and then Houndoom, so Lucario just clean swept it. We do have 12-12Ks being worked on. Please be Shadow Shiny, not a Beldum, and oh god, 308 is just abysmal. Second attempt at Shadow Shiny Beldum for the day. By the way, congrats to TomL96, one of my Patreon fans, one of my long-standing Patreon fans, who finally got the Shadow Hundo Beldum today, I saw on social, so congrats. I am not jealous whatsoever. This is not Shadow Shiny, 342. Doesn't cut it. And to complete the research trio, Cliffy Boy was also here, so final Shadow Shiny Magnemite check. Bloop, it's not bronze. 293, I'm pretty sure we found out that 295 was dead as well. Now we need to find Giovanni. Actually, Giovanni will be the 12 PM balloon, because if you do the Giovanni today on the Saturday from the Pokestop, it'll give you Shadow Reg E-Steel. Found another female Poison Grunt, which of course means Kanto Grimer Shadow Shiny check. Of course, don't forget there is boosted dust from the Rocket Grunts for this whole season, so actually a very good time to dust grind. Brr, not Shadow Shiny, and 268 is dead. It has been ages since getting a shiny off the Daily Incense, but the trash bag has pulled through. Look, you see the little blue icon, 200 CP. It was about time we got some sparkles, not just from the Daily Incense, but actually just of Trubbish in general, because we've been catching that sucker constantly for the boosted dust. It was a grind for it back in 2021 when it was released for the Sustainability Week. Absolutely horrendous stats. Very nice indeed. Let me know if you pulled in shiny Trubbish as well. We did just pick up a Shadow Joltik. That's middle finger stats. I was rather hoping for some good IV PvP stuff. Let's check. Elemental Monkey task. Panseer. Dead stats. Lovely. We are mega evolving the Blaziken because I've just been told by my trusty companions this Grass Grunt is Trico. First attempt at Shadow Hundo Trico. Obviously it can't be shiny. My favourite Mon's finally got its Shadow variant. Definitely a grind for this one. Definitely going to be a grind for this one. I want a good IV one, which I've discovered I'm actually allergic to bay leaf in real life. So, Shadow Trico. 222. It's probably absolutely horrendous. 22222 is just 2-star. Dead. 12Ks going off, and when I just checked the Adventure Sync, I had over 800 meters left to walk. So I don't know how that desynced that badly, so no star piece unfortunately, but 12s. Let's see what we're gonna get. Egg 1 is a Vullaby, not shiny. Egg 2, Scraggy, can't be shiny. 3, Absol, could have been. 4, Pawniard very much could have been. 5, Sandile, can't. 6, Pancham, I need a Hundo. 7, Pawniard, not blue. 8, Pawniard, not blue. 9, Pawniard, not blue. 10, Larvitar, could have been. 11, Pawniard, not blue. And the final egg is another Vullaby. Sick. So, a big load of absolute garbage, but let's see, was there a Hundo in the mix? No. Well, we did the Dedenne raid that was here and actually went lucky friends with Lewis, who was right next to me, so that couldn't really have worked out any better. So we're going to do Shiny Trico for Shiny Trico. Trying for the Schlundo. Looking for 207, 205 actually was what I was looking for. Best of luck, mate. Let's see. 200 on the nose. Damn it. 91%. Yours is basically the same as well. That's most unfortunate. 12 o'clock balloon. Giovanni, you know if you have the Super Rocket Radar enabled, Giovanni is a guaranteed balloon thing. Now his middle mons have shifted a little bit so he can get near the King, Kingdra, or Kingler. Lots of kings in there. We're going to go Lucario to burn the shields on the Persian, and then we're running a fighting type. Actually, my level 50, 98 shiny Terrakion in the back, because obviously Regice, weak to fighting. You could use a selection of other things, and it probably didn't help that I didn't heal up my Lucario to start with. Of course, we've got to burn the shields through. Hopefully we can just get the shields done and dusted, and then it's not too much of a faff. Please let me get to my second shield, otherwise I'm going to have to restart the bloody battle. Burnt the shield, nice and easy. Okay, it's the Water Dragon, so Kingdra. I was kind of sensible, I guess, to bring in... Actually, no. Dragon is kind of resistant to the electric move, so we might have stumped ourselves there a little bit. It's still, but it's got Dragon Breath, so it's destroying... I'm going to have to use the Aura Sphere on the Lucario that's stocked up, unfortunately, just to get this one KO'd. The Terrakion should fare somewhat well. to be honest. Shadow Regice with lock on is going to do basically no damage versus Lucario, and we have a spare fighter in the back, so it's not the most difficult battle in the world to do. If you can, just save your Rocket Radar on this one. Don't bother doing what I'm doing because Shadow Regice is just dead. Giovanni, mate, in the bin. That's the rocket research done, literally inside of 2 hours. What's the CP going to be that we're going to getting? Shadow Regice, 676, 4XL candy, and it's a dirty 2-star. Wonderful. Don't forget you can TM Frustration, so we're definitely going to do that because Regice, super useful. While walking by the home cluster, one of the stops was a Winning for Winners male grunt, which can give you one of the Shadow Shiny Gen 1 starters, and this one had Squirtle, which I don't actually have the Shadow Shiny of. And this one is not Shadow Shiny, but it gives you the potential nonetheless. My 401,000th catch was a Shadow Shiny Charmander, if you remember that video. This one is just abysmal. We found another Shadow Squirtle stop. I would say I don't want to burn my Shadow Shiny luck on this mon, because I don't like it. And we didn't. Call us it. We found another Sierra while grabbing a bite to eat. Will it be not a Shadow Shiny? And 319 is just abysmal. We did find a poison female grunt in the shopping centre where I'm not allowed to film. Shadow Shiny? Damn it. And 268 we know is dead. Damn it. We finally found another fire grunt after a lunch stop, so let's jump in and see if this is Shadow Torchic. Because we've yet to find one. Oh my god, finally! The new grunts, or the new Shadow Mons, have been put into grunts that already have like 2 or 3 in the pool. Shadow Shriko is nestled amongst Shadow Cacnea and Oddish, and obviously Fire now has Torchic, Vulpix and Numel in the mix. So it's a bit of a struggle to find. We still haven't found a Drifloon because Ghost is going to contain obviously Duskull and even Golett. Let's see what the IV of this one's going to be. I'm hopeful we can get a good one. It looks very nice. 212. No idea. Somebody already knows what the IVs are. They've got it memorized already. Anyway, this is a 0-star Torchic. Lovely. But that only leaves one new Shadow Mon. Jesus Christ, we nearly got killed by a tree. Burnt an in-person pass on a Dedenne Red. Let's see if it's a Choco Mouse or not. Alas, no. But the reason we're on camera, we've gone best friends with a podcast bro. I hope you put a lucky egg down, Jamal, but there we go, YouTube squad. Jamal from the Way Spotters podcast. Best friends at long last. Shadow Shiny Grimer check from the female poison grunt. Let's see. It's not green, unfortunately, but it is weather boosted, 480. Bad news, I was doing a batch of 9 7km eggs, and they hatched without an animation. So there was no shiny, no hundo. No idea what the hundo Shadow Grimer is, but this one is a dirty 2-star. At long last, we actually found not only a ghost type grunt, which had been extremely rare today, but a Drifloon. So this is the final new Shadow Pokemon that was added. Shadow Drifloon. IV wise, it will be 0-star and dead as well. So you're better off trying to find this probably at night. For once, we're not quick catching a Ditto, so we can check that it's not a blue one, unfortunately. I was rather hopeful we can get a shiny Ditto today, but 546 is horrendous. Monkey? Triple green monkey. Okay, oh, we hit the rocket grunt instead. Psychics don't do the psychic ones, it gives you Natu and Abra. No shiny. We found a potential Shadow Shiny Grimer. Stop. Green goo, whatever. No. 269, we know that is bad. Well, on that crushing disappointment, my 3 PM balloon was once again Arlo, so I have a horrible feeling that Shadow Teddiursa is going to be plaguing the balloons for the next 2-3 months or so, but we've got a 12km egg. We'll see if we'll get a green gummy bear Shadow. Of course we don't. And 292. No idea. So no sign, annoyingly, given we've only had 2 or 3 balloons, really. In fact, one of them was bloody Giovanni. So 2 balloons that I've been able to see today for the new leaders. And both have been Arlo. Best of luck on your Shadow Shiny grind, folks, and this is a dirty 3-star. Well, we're going to conclude this sort of first Rocket Day event grind to a halt. Let me know your thoughts and feelings below. I'm personally a little bit disappointed, mainly because of the fact that the new Shadow Shiny grunts seem to be extremely rare, rarer than you'd want them to be. I haven't even seen a Shadow Mawile stop, and there have been a lot of fairy stops, but they've been plagued by Snubble, so that's still very much a problem. And the winning for winners Kanto Starter stop is rare as well, so your best chance is to really go for the Grimer in the female Poison Grunts. That's going to be it for this week. We'll be back on Tuesday with a new event grind. Got to go back for the rocket stops, and hopefully we'll actually get some Shadow Shiny luck in that one, because leaders will be back in the stops from Sunday onwards. This first day, because of the timings of when the event starts, is all a little bit skewy. But I'm going to say smash the like button and subscribe if you are new, and of course a big thank you to everybody on the Patreon squad for helping tech support up to the next level. We wouldn't be able to do the content that we do on the channel without every single one of the people on that list. So I'm going to do the balloons at 6, 9 and midnight and see if we get any Shadow Shine luck, of course, but I'll definitely take the Shiny Trubbish though. Still a bit of time to hunt for Shiny Ditto and do your Meltan boxes, people. So very best of luck, and I'll see you all in the next one. Do take care.